Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. Let's talk about Stephen A. saying that DeMar DeRozan would have won with the Raptors in 2019 like Kawhi without LeBron in the East. What is Stephen A. Smith talking about? DeMar DeRozan had multiple years to win something or at least do something, and he came up short every season. Kawhi Leonard is a historical great player in the playoff. Look at Kawhi's number in the playoff. Just look at his numbers. Kawhi have Michael Jordan-like numbers in the playoff. So for Stephen A. Smith to say something this bizarre, it is very bizarre. DeMar DeRozan would have won if he was in Toronto in 2019. Oh, so DeMar DeRozan would have beaten the Golden State Warriors. That's what he's saying. If you know basketball and you have watched DeMar DeRozan throughout his years in Toronto, you know this is cap. No disrespect to DeMar DeRozan. He's a great player. He's just not that guy. DeMar DeRozan has never been that guy. Hence why he never won. Or he was unable to defeat LeBron James. If LeBron James was still in the East and he faced Kawhi, it would have been a dogfight. I believe Kawhi Leonard would be able to defeat LeBron James. That's the difference. DeMar DeRozan was unable to do that because guess what? He was afraid of LeBron. He looks up to LeBron and he was afraid of LeBron. So every time he faced LeBron, he would shrink. You think Kawhi Leonard give a crap who's on the other side of the floor? No. Kawhi is not afraid of anybody. It doesn't matter if it's KD, LeBron James. It doesn't matter who was on the opposite end. Kawhi is going to give you the business. We all know what Kawhi Leonard does in the playoff. He is historically great in the playoff. Look at his numbers. You think DeMar DeRozan is going to put up numbers like that? I mean, for God's sake, they compare Kawhi Leonard to Michael Jordan in the playoff, that is. Not as a player, but playoff numbers. Kawhi has some of the best numbers in playoff history. Yet Stephen A. is going to say DeMar DeRozan would have won if he was in the East when LeBron left. That is bull. That is the biggest crap I've ever heard. The man shrunk against LeBron James every season. I used to never understood why. Like, who cares if it's LeBron James? I don't care who is on the opposite side. If anything, you would embrace the challenge. Like, okay, let's go. But DeMar DeRozan would shrink every season. The man even doubted himself. He literally doubted himself because he felt like he couldn't beat LeBron. Yet Stephen A. is going to try to say, oh yeah, if LeBron wasn't in the East anymore, DeRozan would have won a championship. No, he would not. He's not that guy. Guess what? LeBron is not in the East anymore, right? He's on the Bulls, right? What have he done? LeBron James is no longer in the East. What happened? He was unable to defeat the Miami Heat. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan was unable to defeat the Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. But you're telling me that he would win a championship? What's the difference? There's no LeBron. He can't even make it to the playoff, but you're going to tell me he would win a championship. Half these analysts don't know what they're talking about. I'm telling you, a lot of these dudes who's covering the game, they don't know what they're talking about. Stephen A. is the same one who tried to blast YouTubers and say they're not qualified to talk sports, but yet he give a bizarre take like this. He's qualified to talk garbage, like saying DeMar DeRozan, without LeBron, he would win a championship. Yet he has a better player than Larry. He has Zach LaVine, and they can't even get past Jimmy Butler. So this guy who can't even get past Jimmy Butler would have won a championship in Toronto. Man, cut that crap out. That's the biggest garbage I've ever heard. Like, this is beyond ridiculous. And this is the takes that these so-called NBA professional analysts, this is the take that they make. Takes like these. Like, this sound ridiculous and stupid. DeRozan can't even defeat Miami Heat with Jimmy Butler, but he would have delivered a championship against the Warriors or a better team? Come on, man. We got to cut out this garbage. This don't even make sense. This is one of the most asinine statements I've heard in a minute. Doesn't make any sense. But hey, Stephen A. knows better than all of us, Us sports tubers, we don't know anything. We're not qualified quote unquote, but he's qualified to say nonsense like this? Okay. Demar Derozan and Kawhi, they're both great at mid-range, but that's where it ends. Kawhi is very consistent. That's the key word. Kawhi consistency is crazy in the playoff and in general when he's healthy. DeMar DeRozan is inconsistent. He's here one game, he's gone a few games. He's not consistent, and that's the difference. Beyond Kawhi being a better player, he's consistent. Consistency is everything. You could always count on Kawhi in the playoff. Always. As you can see from Game 1 versus the Suns, Kawhi showed up, 38 points, shooting incredibly efficient. And that's the difference between Kawhi Leonard and DeMar DeRozan, beyond being a better player. So I don't know what Stephen A is talking about. This is one of the most bizarre, asinine takes I've heard in a minute. But according to Stephen A, we are not qualified to talk sport because he knows more than we do, even when he makes asinine statements like this. If you saw Kawhi when he was in Toronto, you know Kawhi Leonard unlocked a new dimension for the Raptors. And he's one of the best players of this generation. There's no argument. So I don't know what made Stephen A made that statement, comment. Maybe he was drunk. I don't know. But it's one of the dumbest things I've heard in a minute. But as always, I holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.